Episode of The World is Burning here. We're gonna take another look at the car insurance epidemic. Well, the car epidemic, car payment epidemic, car payment debt. But today we're gonna be focusing on the car insurance. This is one of those areas people will sign up to a car deal. They'll get the car payments going, and before they know it, they haven't really paid attention to what the insurance is going to be, and they're going to get hit with a bill, something they're not expecting. And then when it comes to your renewal, there's a lot of insurance companies who are being really shady right now, and they're putting prices up a ridiculous amount. We're going to stick with the usual format, see what's going on TikTok. I like using TikTok literally only for this. I think it rots your brain otherwise, but it's good to see what's going on, in real time. So let's get the ball rolling with this one.
There's no way you can get ahead in this game. Car insurance prices are up 49%, surging, as though we weren't paying enough on car insurance as it is. Then we got all of this nonsense going on. Your money's devalued. This is the time they should be reducing car insurance by 49%. You just can't get ahead. There's no way you can get ahead. All these bills are piling on, and your money's being devalued.
This guy's speaking straight up facts right now. This is the time when people need the prices to be coming down. And as you can see here, they're shooting up 49%. Like, what even is that? How does that even equate for inflation? See here, there's an 18-year-old Billy. He's paying $450 for a 1.2 Ford Fiesta. I'm assuming that's probably an older one as well. 18, driving 1.5 years, 1,850 for a 2 litre. My God. Oh, another 19-year-old Emily. She's paying 2.2 for an Audi A1.
Inflation. You can't win. There's no way you can win. All of this nonsense equals the worst recession we're ever going to get. I just don't understand why it hasn't happened yet.
He's coming, and I mean, I've been telling all my friends and all my family, don't be going all out this Christmas. This is the Christmas you don't want to be. Obviously, have a good time and, do some nice things with the family and whatnot, but really pay attention to what you're spending, because next year the prices are going to go up for everything again. So, yeah, just be careful this year.
No, I'm not the only one that feels like this, but I am sick and tired of these insurance companies, and I'm going to tell you why. Why every renewal, y'all feel the need to raise my insurance? Like, what happened to the safety driver discount? What happened to the I work from home discount? What happened to the I haven't gotten in an accident discount? Then when I call y'all want to tell me, oh yeah, it's because the prices in your area has gone up. What they got to do with me? What does that have?
Yeah, this one always winds me up. I get this with my insurance every year. They're like, oh, it's the prices in the area have gone up, this, that, and the other. How is that any of my fault? None of that is my fault. You literally been getting £700 a year from me, and I haven't had any crashes or anything like that. Where's my discount? Where is my discount?
Me. Because I have not filed a claim. I have not gotten in an accident, thank God. But what does that have to do with me? Not a thing. Not a thing, sweetie. I went from $146 when I started with Progressive to $241. That is outrageous. Every renewal, you're raising up my insurance. For what? I have not filed one claim. Like, damn. And then, God forbid, I do get in an accident, and then I do file a claim, and y'all want to drop me. Like, be for real. Be for real. And yes, I am very much upset. Now I have to spend my week calling other insurance companies, getting quotes, trying to see if I could get a better rate. Because at this point, I just want to pay $146 like how I was paying from the very beginning. Is that too much to ask?
Yes, that is too much to ask. You'll never get that rate again. Just expect it to be higher.
Now I truly understand why people drive without insurance. I get it.
Don't be driving without insurance, people. That is one of the biggest scumbag moves you can do. You got to think about the other people on the road as well. It is a stretch these days, though, with the costs. But yeah, don't be driving without insurance.
The quote I just got off an insurance company, I'm shocked. So I've been thinking about changing my car, and I went on AXA the last day, who I'm insured with already, and just put in a quote for like a random A6 that I found on Dundee, and it was €1,000 1,030 euro, something like that, which wasn't too bad. My insurance now on my A3 is 690, so that was fine. Then I said I hadn't really been looking for a car this past week, and I went on this evening and I was looking at cars, and I just found this random one on Dundee again, and I was like, okay, I'll go on and check AXA again just to make sure. And AXA's website was down, so I went on 123.ie, put in all my details, put in the car reg. It's literally nothing fancy. Do you want to know what they quoted me? Bear in mind now, I have 4 years no claims bonus. Do you want to know what they quoted me? Okay, so up here, €4,103.34. Down here, they reckon they're giving me 1,700 off for my no claims bonus. I wouldn't like to see the price well if I hadn't.
Wow, that is shocking. 4,000 a year, just over 4,000, and that's if she pays in one go, I assume. I've never heard of 123.ie, but that is the Ireland extension, so it must be just an Ireland specific one. But my God, do not sign up for that. Do not sign up for that. Here's another one. 123 wanted me to pay 5,500 with a black box installed. Bloody hell. Yeah, a black box for anyone outside of the UK. That's one of those tracker boxes where they can see exactly where you go in. So yeah, I always try and avoid those ones. Wow, shocking stuff.
No claims bonus. €455 for the online discount. Where are they going? Oh my God, they're actually mental.
God, someone needs to look into this 123.ie. I've never heard of them before, but that's shocking stuff.
Direct Line and Saga Car Insurance customers are furious at record high price hikes. One unhappy Saga customer claimed that their renewal price had jumped up by 75% to over £2,000, even though her circumstances hadn't changed. There've been a few.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you've had a crash or you've had something crazy happen, car stolen, things like that, I kind of get prices going up, but if the circumstances haven't changed, what are they doing with a 70% increase? It's shocking.
On Trustpilot that Direct Line have raised their prices to increases of 50 to 75%. This doesn't feel in.
Bear in mind the government keeps saying that we've got a 3, 5, 6, 7, 8% inflation. I am yet to find a product that has only gone up 8%.
With inflation, if your policy's up for renewal, jump on a price comparison website and shop around for the best deal. Even if your policy doesn't seem that much more in price, it's worth comparing and seeing if you can knock it down a bit. It's always cheaper to pay the policy in full over a year, but I totally understand that sometimes this just isn't possible. Get the best deal you can and don't get ripped off.
We have a guy in the UK called Martin Lewis, the money saving expert. He's a straight up G. Love the guy. I saw a breakdown he did. Here's a top tip for you. If you have got a renewal coming up, you want to check around 30 days before it expires. That's when you get the actual best statistic likelihood for the cheapest. And any time after 30 days, the prices are slowly starting to go up. And if you try change 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 days before, it's going to be more expensive. So yeah, 30 days is when you really want to start looking at some of these renewals and go to the price comparisons.
At the moment, it may seem like everything under the sun is going up in price, and you're not wrong. Next thing to go up is our car insurance here in the UK. Now you're looking at a renewal price between 8 to 20% higher for the year. So here's a couple of things you want to keep in mind. Number one, auto renew. Make sure that is switched off. Log into your insurance's online portal and switch that off, or give them a call and say, look, I do not want to automatically renew next year. Number two, when you are close to your car insurance renewal, you've got to phone up your provider and say, look, let's negotiate because this is too much.
Yeah, I do this every year with every bill that I have. Every subscription thing, every bill, everyone that you can call them up, threaten to leave, make a day of it. And honestly, it's going to take you a little while. Be dead polite with them, but they can knock some stuff off for you, and I've found that. But with your insurance, 100% you need to be getting on the phone with them, threatening to leave, telling them that you're not happy with the service. I did, and the renewal price is still higher than last year. I don't want to live anymore. Oh God, that's a bit intense. But yeah, it's outrageous. This one here, my son claims 3 no points, so he's got no points on his license. He's had no incidences, and it's gone up £1,000 for a 1.2 litre Golf. I mean, it's a 1.2 litre Golf. That's not even a crazy car. See what he's got to say.
Number 3, do not forget to shop around. Go on the comparison websites and see what is the cheapest out there. You do want to keep in mind, not every car insurance is on these websites. Some like to stay off them and you have to contact them directly. But I'm certain shopping around will pay off for you and better for money in your pocket. If you like content like this, as usual, just hit that follow button and you can stay in touch every time there's a new update.
Did anybody's car insurance prices go up in California? This is my most recent bill from...
As soon as she says California, you know it's going to be a bad one. I don't think California doing anything right now.
For this year, September 2023. I used to pay, for each vehicle, I used to pay $60 for collision and or liability. Now it's $106. For vehicle 2, same thing, $64, now it's $90. But look at this. So my total, this is what I used to pay, $139 for a car, $243. None of the coverages have changed. It's all the same coverages, right? $223, now it's $300. $200, now it's $350. $155, now it's $260 for 6 months of coverage. My total cost, right here. Last year, I was paying $727. This year, I'm paying $1,170. Anybody else got this problem?
Inflation rate between 5 years ago and now is rough. At Jerry, we obviously think about cars a lot, and with the 20% inflation rate over the last 5 years, what $25,000 could buy you 5 years ago would take around $30,000 today. And let's be honest, the Jerry app won't save you $5,000 a year, but the average Jerry user does save...
Oh wow, I didn't even realize that was an ad.
And this can't be farther from the truth. During this whole entire inflated economy when it comes to food and vehicles, auto loans, homes, mortgages, one thing that is stopping the affordability of reliable vehicles is auto insurance. Plenty of people come in to buy cash cars under 10, 15 grand. And when it comes to renewing their policy or adding the vehicle in the policy, they're seeing that a car that is valued at 15 and under is double or almost triple what they used to pay for their monthly premium. And this happened to me like out of the blue. I had Progressive. I had 6 vehicles that I paid about $500 a month for full coverage insurance, and I had them for 6 years. In 2022, I had to renew my policy. I'm telling you, my $500 monthly payment went to $1,800. I'm telling you, I was livid. And it's understandable that auto insurance rates are skyrocketing because there was a non-adjusted discrepancy for vehicle prices. So insurance companies had to make up for the payouts they were making for repairs or total losses because these vehicles were valued at 150, 160, 180 of the actual cash value percent, 180% of the actual cash value of the vehicle. So not only...
Yeah, it's one of those things in COVID when everyone was going crazy and paying above the price of cars, it drove the market all the way up. And he's spot on with what he's saying here. Because I've had people explain to me, like, the insurance company has to recoup it somewhere, so they pass it on to everyone. But that just doesn't sit right with me, and that's just not the right way to go about it. And that is, he was right at the beginning of this video as well. When you go to buy a car, before you sign anything or before you get that car, make sure you've checked out what the insurance costs are going to be. Don't just assume it's going to be manageable, because there's some horror stories you can find on Reddit and online of people paying this car, they're in this 5-year lease, and then they go and get some insurance or try to get insurance, and it's like $3 grand a year or something crazy, and they're barely affording the car. Think of everything when you purchase something.
It's almost unaffordable to get a reliable vehicle that's new and with an average monthly payment of $500, $600, $700. The average American is forking out $300 to $500 a month for auto insurance. So again, these are all signs of like, this stuff isn't sustainable. And to me, I have plenty of auto insurance brokers that really tried their best to find what's the best rate on the market, especially for the people that are struggling financially. But something's going to give, and something's definitely changing, and it's coming in the air. It's coming.
Just a shout out to this guy here, Che X Hopper. They told me my whole life I had to wait till I was 25 for my insurance to go down, and it only went up. That is the biggest lie we have all been told in our life. One of the biggest lies. There's plenty of them going around there. I always thought that everyone said, wait till you're 25, get a good driving record, wait till you're 25 and it'll come down. It does not. Biggest lie. Please stop telling that to people.
Car insurance
So many of
hack.
you may have noticed that your car insurance has gone up in the last couple of months or since the new year has started, and I'm going to tell you why. So if you notice that your car insurance has gone up substantially, you have paid all of your car insurance on time, you don't have a whole bunch of tickets, and you haven't gotten into any car accidents, you can call your car insurance and inquire, why has there been an increase to your car insurance? Some insurance carriers will tell you it's due to inflation. Others will tell you because there has been an increase of car accidents or car theft or something like that in your area, which has absolutely nothing to do with you. You are then going to tell the car insurance rep that you are either going to switch companies and find a better rate. At that time, they're going to tell you, hold on, I think I can find you a better rate. You are then going to tell them that you work from home and you no longer drive your car as often as you did when you first got your quote, because now you stay at home and you work. You're also going to tell them, see if they can bundle it with renter's insurance, because a lot of times renter's insurance and car insurance bundled together gives great deals.
Yeah, not mad at this advice. Always definitely don't have an auto renew set up these days. You want to be inquiring 30 days before once you get your renewal quote, inquire with them, try beat them down on price, then go to about 3 or 4 different other places, go to the comparison sites and try and find the best deal. Don't just be waiting, a week before. Now's the time. You've got to be really proactive with this stuff. So yeah, definitely give them a call when you get your renewal quote and try beat them down a bit.
You might have noticed your car insurance prices go up, but don't worry, you follow me because I'm here to give you my best money-saving tips. Here's an example of what happened to me back in August. I used to spend $288 on car insurance, and it would slowly increase each month. Here are some tips that can help you save on auto insurance. First, I recommend that you ask your own insurance provider to see if you are eligible for any discounts. Some of these discounts can include having a good driving record, making good grades in school, being a college student, or having safety features on.
Really? I've not seen any of these videos before. Leave me a comment if anyone works in the insurance industry. If you have good grades at school, is that a potential discount? I don't know about that.
If you're not eligible for any discounts like me, then I recommend you shop around for different policies and see what works best for you.
She mustn't have got good grades at school then. Sorry, Megan makes money.
I ended up with Allstate because they were the cheapest one, and I even bundled with my renter's insurance to save even more money. On top of that, I even paid for my insurance 6 months in advance to get an even bigger discount. By switching.
Yeah, see, I do this. I pay for a year up front, and when I'm talking to them on the phone, I always make sure I'm like, I'm going to pay this all in one go. What is the best you can give them? They'll always have in England, they do sort of like you get 1 month for free or 2 months for free if you do that. So that really does help if you are in a position where you can pay it all for the whole 12 months in one go. So yeah, is the top tip.
State Farm to Allstate, I ended up saving about $86 per month. If anybody else has any good recommendations on cheap auto insurance policies that don't cost an arm and a leg, let me know down below. Thank you for watching.
Florida. Or is it just Florida? I'm curious. So I get my car insurance renewal email, and I open it and I go to the policy and I look at the rate increase from this current policy to the policy that's coming up. And I literally about have a heart attack because the rate increase is astronomical. 72%. 72%. So naturally.
Daylight robbery. Whoever that insurance company is needs someone needs to go to jail for this.
I call the insurance company and I just say, hey, like I got my renewal. Can you tell me why it's this much? Like I expect that our car insurance is going to go up, that my car insurance is going to go up, but not by 72%. And so they look at it and they're like, well, you have an unblemished driving record. Correct. I have an unblemished driving record, which makes this even more astounding to me. So I'd like to know why this is going up. So basically 2 reasons they tell me. The first reason is because the cost of car parts and repair costs, labor, has gone up. And the second reason, because of medical costs as a result of accidents, I guess, have gone up. So, me, with an unblemished driving record, living in Florida, have a 72% increase in my premium. And so I say to the person, I was like, well, like, that is really unacceptable. So obviously I'm going to shop around and see what other options I have. And they don't even like try to like sell you to stay. They don't try to retain you as a customer. They're like, oh, I understand you have to do what you have to do. You think? But
Yeah, that's terrible customer service. That is such terrible customer service. I don't know about you guys, but it almost feels like driving is a luxury these days, even though it's a necessity for life for the majority of people. This guy here saying, I live in Florida too, car insurance went up, home insurance went up, everything's going up except our salaries, 100%, and that's one of the biggest problems we have. Home insurance, homeowners insurance, car insurance, and electric bill. Florida top 3 fails. Yeah, if you go through the comments, you'll see everyone's just saying this about Florida. I've never been to Florida. I've never lived there, so I can't really comment. But that's the consensus.
I'm curious, like, is this just Florida where you guys are seeing like your car insurance rates increase this much, or is this everywhere by this percentage? Let me know.
Let me know as well in the comments. Please leave me some comments which state you live in or which country you live in, what car you're driving, and what your monthly or yearly payments are. I genuinely want to find out some of this information firsthand from you guys.
Additionally, this even adds to my point. This is why I wanted to bring this whole topic up, because I'm pretty much just fed up with how insurance goes off their prices, and NADA is the black book I've been talking about. For those of you who don't know, NADA stands for National Automotive Dealer Association. And down here, it talks about NADA tends to focus on vehicles' wholesale price, which is what the dealership paid for the vehicle. What's entirely bullshit about that is that can the normal individual person go off of wholesale price to buy a vehicle? Anybody?
Yeah, it's so crazy that big companies play by their own rules and we can't really do any of this stuff as well. It's like, that just seems very, very fugazi that there's a big company that everyone has to sort of work by and they're doing these sort of shady things. So shady.
No. Nobody can. Nobody can just call fucking Mazda and say, hey, Mazda corporate, I want you guys to build me a custom car. Yeah, I want a Mazda Speed 3. Okay. Yep. Can you have it shipped to my house? No, that's why dealerships exist. So the fact already that insurance companies want to go off of NADA prices versus Kelley Blue Book, which is real people values on real street markets, that already proves my point. But let's dig deeper. So I hope by now at this point you're wondering, why does insurance go off of black book pricing? You're probably also asking, Zach, why would I care about NADA? I'm not buying directly from a dealership. We're talking about buying off the street. Newsflash, I'm also talking about a vehicle that I lost that hasn't been sold in dealerships since 2005. And again, this goes to prove my point. Insurance companies want to bury their heads in the sand and act like inflation doesn't affect them. They're above everybody. They don't need to pay inflation. And they're going to find one little singular weasel hole out of it, which is NADA, the black book. So to wrap...
Yeah, I never really heard of this NADA before, but thanks to Zach Jones for bringing it to my attention.
Do car insurance prices go up because people are bringing fraudulent claims? No, the majority of car accident claims are not frivolous or fraudulent. Insurance prices increase because of inflation. Medical care costs are rising as well as the cost to repair your vehicle. So it makes sense for insurance premiums to also rise. Don't fall for this false insurance narrative. Car insurance prices go up because people are bringing...
Yeah, this guy's a lawyer, but it kind of sounds like a bit of an insurance guy. I don't know if he's getting a kickback. I totally get how, with businesses, rising costs, they have to pass it on to the customers. But don't be telling me that people getting 70% increases is coming from that. I'm just not accepting it.
I am tired of being an adult. My car insurance ended this month, so it automatically renewed. And when I went to go look at the bill,
Never let it automatically renew. They pray to God everyone does that. They are hoping the majority of people aren't on top of their finances, aren't on top of their business, and they just want it to auto-renew, and then you get one of these shocks. You look at your bank, you're like, why the hell has my insurance gone up so much and I didn't okay that? Well, you did, because it auto-renewed. You gotta be on top of this stuff.
why it was $100 more than last month. So I give a call to my big pal Jake from State Farm, and I'm like, hey, why'd y'all raise my bill $100? What is going on? And they have the audacity to tell me, because inflation and because there's a car shortage, so used cars are worth so much money now that they're having to pay a lot of money on their end for people that wreck. But what's that gotta do with me? Am I the one crashing? Am I the one your money's going to? No, absolutely not. So why are you charging me more when you should be charging them more? Why am I being punished for someone else's mistake? I am this close.
Hey, this has to be a mistake. I just got to notice that my car insurance rate is increasing. Sorry, sir, there's no mistake. Car insurance rates are rising rapidly this year due to inflation, supply chain disruptions, and driving behavior. Well, I can't afford this. Is there anything I can do? Look, I'll help you out. Try using Insurify to compare car insurance quotes from multiple providers. Using it helped me save $996 a year. This is the best way to save money.
Yeah, always bang your details into a comparison site. We have Compare the Market and Go Compare. They're the main two over here in the UK. So yeah, you always want to be checking out, and then you can also take those quotes to your current insurance provider. Say to them, I've got this quote from this other company, can you at least match it? They'll usually at least do that. So yeah, 100% top tip.
Might even earn an early shopper discount if you switch your insurance in advance before your next renewal. Man, thanks. How can I check it out? Just swipe left and go to my bio.
I think something that's not talked about as much is for your auto insurance. I know my own car insurance premiums, we have 4 vehicles, 4 drivers, have increased since January of this year by 45%. And that,
which is insane.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I mean, most households don't just have one car these days. Back in the day, you'd have one family car, maybe 2. But nowadays, in the same house, you've got kids still living there who have cars. Some cars could have 4, 5, 6, 7 on the insurance. And if that's all going up 45%, it's just so much money.
Crazy insane. Like, to have to pay 45% more, and that's not even a year. That's just like, 10 months have passed. Yeah. So every time it gets renewed, it's like everybody's goes up. So every 6 months, all the premiums are increasing, and not just by like a couple dollars. It's like significant.
And it's not due to like accidents or a change in cars or something that you would think would cause that. It's just they're just increasing.
So I can't only imagine if we did have tickets and accidents, like how unaffordable that would be. Something that's
I mean, I totally understand your insurance going up if you've got multiple speeding tickets. You've had you've actually been claiming. I totally get that. But when it's like for like the year before and you've got another year no claims, it just should not be going up. Oh, don't think that one's working.
This is why Florida car insurance is so high. Somebody runs through the road, smashes into my wife's mirror, and drives off. Guess what? Insurance will be $1,000 deductible, so $200 later, new mirror.
Yeah, that's the other thing. There's a lot of uninsured drivers or people who just don't stop, things like that. Yeah, that's not good.
Bitch, tell me why Geico increased our car insurance like fucking triple. Times 3. Talking about some, well, because of COVID, because everybody's been submitting claims, we had to increase. First of all, bitch, I've never had an accident in my life. I've been driving since I was 16 years old. No motherfucking tickets. Bitch, I've been out here not speeding, bitch. I've been late to appointments, bitch. I could have been speeding. I could have been crashing. But no, I wanted to make sure my car insurance stayed low. And we still getting punished. So I just been paying for insurance all these years and really not seeing the benefit of it. But you gotta have it, okay? I get it.
But for them to almost triple my shit because of inflation and they were talking about everybody in the country has been submitting claims. It's a nationwide issue and we're working hard to get these rates back lower. Bitch, work harder. Because how you punishing us? How you punishing the motherfuckers that I've been out here paying every month, been out here avoiding the fucking car crashes, avoiding the ticket, bitch?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a thing anymore where insurance companies care about the customers. They know you need to have insurance. I feel like they're probably all colluding together as well on some level. And they know they can do this, so they are going to do this. Like let's see Sky here. My car insurance with Root went from 207 to 381. I don't even understand how, and they won't tell me. They don't even have to tell you these days. They just say inflation, cost of parts, that's it. So you don't even get good customer service with it.
Everyone.
Oh, this one's not working either.
The executives of Geico Car Insurance are smoking crack because apparently.
Agreed.
So for whatever reason, when it comes to car insurance, it actually does not pay to be a loyal customer. It pays to switch car insurances. So you'll actually end up saving more money if year to year you are switching car insurance rather than staying a customer because they will screw you. Not to say that everything is not expensive now, because it is, but just something to keep in mind.
Yeah, shout out Love Lorraine. She's hit the nail on the head here. You have to be vigilant with your car insurance. It doesn't pay to be a good customer or a loyal customer with these companies. They honestly do not care anymore. They know you need it. If you don't have it, the police are going to arrest you and you're going to go down a whole another route, which is going to cost you loads of money. So you need the insurance. They know that. So you just got to be on your toes. You got to always be looking for the best deal. I mean, it sucks that you have to go and do extra work, but it could literally save you so much money. I think I've beat this to death now, so let's do one more of these and then I'll shoot off.
We have
The man, the myth, the legend, Martin Lewis. Oh, this one's not going to work either. Ah, damn, I wanted to see Martin. Come on, Martin. Can I get this working? Nah, wait, let's try.
We have a question from Estelle. On email, she says, Direct Line want to increase her car insurance by almost 100%, from £340 last year, which was already a lot, to £596, but nothing has changed since she took her policy out last year. What can she do?
Well, we're seeing a lot of inflation in car insurance because the cost of repairs have gone up so much, so insurance companies are charging more. But clearly, whatever that is, 80-90% increase isn't justified. Now, you have a right. You could check what they would charge you as a new customer. If that were to be cheaper, you could get in touch with them and say, that's too much. But I actually think that it's a much more prosaic answer on this one. Look, car insurance tends to be expensive if you stay within the same firm. They've tried to get rid of the loyal penalty by making rules now that says existing customers can't be charged more than new customers. But in effect, there are still loyalty penalties through the back door. So what I would always say on car insurance, go onto comparison sites, use 2 or 3, because the interesting thing is, you would think they're called comparison sites, they compare.
Yeah.
They're actually marketplaces. They are allowed to have their own prices for different insurers. So as long as they're not charging more than going direct, you could have 2 insurers with the same firm at different...
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. These comparison sites we're all using these days, it's not as straightforward like everything in life. It's not just a straight comparison. They all have their own fugazi stuff going on. You've really, really got to be careful and look around and don't just use one, use multiple.
They also might list different insurers. So go and use 2 or 3 comparison sites if you've got time. And then you add in the ones that are missed. Direct Line isn't on comparison sites. In your case, you don't need to do that. And go through, there's a whole load of other processes and see what others will charge you. And if you can get it cheaper elsewhere, which I suspect if nothing's changed, I reckon you'll be able to get your current renewal price elsewhere, your current original price elsewhere. I think you'll be able to cut the price. The perfect time to do car insurance, quotes. Renewal, there's no time, but to get quotes elsewhere is between 21 and 26 days before your insurance renews. There is actually...
Yep, that's what I was saying earlier, guys. I actually heard it from Martin. That's what I said a bit earlier. You want him like 3 to 4 weeks before you really want to start being on the ball with this and looking around and calling people.
A very sharp curve. You like a graph, we'll do one with my hands. So the price drops around that 21, 24 days, and then it goes up again. And the most expensive time is the day before your renewal is due, because it's a behavioral predictor. The type of people who renew the day before it's due are the type of people who are more likely actuarially to have accidents and to have claims. So 21 to 26 days before, roughly, slightly different on home insurance, is the sweet spot to get the cheapest price when you're getting extra quotes.
Perfect, love it.
Thank you very much.
I actually didn't know that, so that's a good tip. Yeah, I didn't know if the people are statistically more likely to get in accidents are the people who leave it to the last minute. Kind of makes sense. Right, so I'll leave it here today, guys. Do me a favor. I want this to be a bit of a collaborative channel. I kind of want to hear from you guys as well. Leave me a comment. Tell me where you live, what insurance company you're with, and what you're paying and what the increase is. If you don't mind, I'd love to kind of just see what's going on around the world. So yeah, drop us a comment there and give us a follow if you want to see more videos like this. So take it easy, guys. Bye.